morning. My name is Minister Renee Nance, and I'm here to give you your Monday meditation. First Peter 4:8 New Living Translation says, most important of all, continue to show deep love for each other, for love covers a multitude of sins. I also want to share with you some lyrics to my favorite song by the 90s R&B songstress Anita Baker that goes, the story ends as stories do, reality steps into view, no longer living life in paradise of fairy tales. Basically what that song is, it's a woman who had these dreams and these fantasies about how life was going to be specifically in the romance area. That she was going to meet this Prince Charming, she was going to grow up and live happily ever after. But unfortunately, she wound up with a man that was flawed, a man that disappointed her, and she was a little disillusioned at this point. I think that because today is Monday, the day after that holiday, many of us might be able to relate to that, whether married or single. We have these expectations, we have these dreams, we have these desires and these wants, and we desire them from the person who is the closest to us. And it doesn't necessarily always have to be a romantic entanglement or connection. It could be your best friend, it could be your teacher, it could be your co-worker, it could be your neighbor, it could be your church family. It's just you have these expectations and you wind up walking away disappointed because they're not being met. What we are learning during this time is what more love is. We're learning what love really is. So as we spending time with God and we learning more of what love is, we have to unlearn what love isn't at the same time. So how do we love through the reality instead of living in a fantasy? He tells us in 1 Corinthians 13:4-7, New Living Translation, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wrong. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up. Love never loses faith. It is hopeful and endures through every circumstance. So as we are in Him, in love, what will happen is we will start to focus our love to the right source. And as we are learning to focus on love and learning what love really is and unlearning those old things that we thought love was, our capacity of love starts to expand. Our capacity starts to grow. And within that capacity, what happens is we start allowing other people to love us at the capacity that they're capable of, because our expectation becomes vertical, not horizontal anymore. So as you grow, you will continue to grow, and by you growing, you allow other people to grow because they'll see a difference in you. Because as you're changing and being made new in Him and His love, you'll start allowing them to be who they are. Now, I have to qualify that. I'm talking about normal, just everyday, fleshy, human being stuff that we do to each other. I'm not talking about tolerating abuse and other stuff like that. It's just about, they didn't put the toilet seat down, or they didn't respond to me quickly enough. Stuff like that we kind of get under each other's nerves and we get impatient. Because remember, love is patient and kind. So as we grow, we'll allow them to grow. And this is all a part of our love walk. So, Sister Baker also said, no royal kiss could save me, no magic spell to spin. My fantasy is over, my life must now begin. Loose them from your expectation and learn to love them with the everlasting love that you are receiving from your God. Be blessed, be blessed.